Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well, and salutation and much love to the Akim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Ash from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson. Lord's will is gonna be edifying to the hopeful elect, and we're just gonna flow in the spirit. Um, got a couple presets lined up here. Just going on what's the current system, what's going on currently in this world, which, hey, these are signs of the Lord's return. Okay. So, matter of fact, we're just going to start there first and foremost. Let's lock it up. Grab some Palo Santo. Get it at Sprouts. They got a good, they got a good collection at Sprouts of incense and Palo Santo. But anyway, let's go ahead and go straight to Second Esdras, because this is what you see going on not only here in America, Iran, right, which we know what that's all about, but it's not just America, Iran, it's everywhere around the world, and I'm gonna show it to you. Stay tuned. What is this? Second Esdras 9. Yep, let's go to that. Position this a little better here. There you go. There you go. So, Second Ezra chapter 9, we can start at the top. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And we clearly see that the Lord has begun to visit the world. All right. It's clear and evident. The Lord gave us signs before his returns, and those signs are here. They're speaking loud and clear. All right, pursuing the Habakkuk chapter 2, which Lord's will get. But I just want to hit this point first. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which, if you don't know, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of earthquakes happening every day recently. And then, so I asked Gemini or Google, which is Gemini, the AI anyway. I said, how many countries are currently having uproars, civil unrest, or protests? It says while the exact number fluctuates daily. The fact that AI had to say that goes to show you that we're living in them times of uproars of the people. Okay, in the world, worldwide. So check this out. It says reports from late 2025 and early 2026 indicate widespread global unrest. It's like it. Let me turn that a little bit. There you go. It says with significant protests or civil disorder in well over 70 countries, potentially exceeding 100. And there's only about 190 countries, right? Officially. So you got damn near half of the world's countries in some kind of uproar, civil unrest, or protest, exceeding 100. Probably more than half, really, because half would be 80, 85, 80. It says potentially exceeding 100, driven by corruption, economic hardship, and these are the things, the signs of the last days. All right, corruption, economic hardship, and political issues. Like it, political issues affecting nations across Africa, Asia, Europe, and Latin America. Which that goes to show you AI be bullshitting, because Africa is a continent, Asia is a continent, Europe, it's arguable, but we'll play devil's advocate. Europe's a continent. Latin America is not a continent. I don't know where they taught you that at school. Latin America is not a fucking continent. It says key hotspots include Palestine, Myanmar, where that 7 point something earthquake hit, Mexico, right? Haiti, Kenya, and the Philippines, with major youth-led movements appearing in dozens of nations. Yeah, where's America though? They didn't mention America, but I check this out. I asked it to dig deeper, because America should be the first on the list, because we see uproars of the people happening global, or with unrest, civil disorder. A bitch just got shot in the face, right? Niggas getting shot in the face every day, getting kidnapped, and all kind of chaos is ensuing which is biblical prophecy as well. All right, because like the Apostle Har been saying, man, we're in Jacob's trouble. Let's get that real quick. People think this is some kind of joke. All right, when you get caught up in this, it ain't gonna be too funny for you, but it'll be funny for us. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who? The elect, the ones that serve the Lord, the ones that fear the Lord. Those are going to be the ones that are delivered from the said perils. Everybody else is going to be taken by it, because that's why these things are coming. These things that are coming is for the wicked, pursuant to the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. Let's go back here. It says key hotspots include Palestine. Right, like they're nigga in Palestine are getting bombed and massacred to death, right? Myanmar, Mexico, Haiti, Kenya, and the Philippines with major. Okay, we read it. So, but didn't no, it didn't say nothing about America. But let's keep reading. Key trends and examples: late 2025, early 2026, which we only 14 days into 2026. It says widespread participation in the Carnegie Endowment's Global Protest Tracker noted new demonstrations in over 70 countries in 2025, with significant anti-government activity in more than 67 countries in the preceding year. It's only 14 days in, so But anyway, that's it's second Esdras as well. Is that is it 15? Let's see. People are tired of the government because they're finally realizing that the government don't give two shits about you. I'll go straight to the point and we'll come back to it. Second Ezra 15:16 says, "For there shall be sedition among men, sedition among men, and invading." Matter of fact, hold on, just in case you don't know, now you know. Come on, man, Salakia, time, yeah, time to get a new laptop, I guess. They build this shit to break. Sedition, conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch, and that's what's going on worldwide in many different countries. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So it's getting to the point where these people are the average person is sick of it. They're they're poor, they're broke. They can barely, just speaking here in America, people can barely make ends meet, and they working 2, 3 jobs. They're being taxed to a ridiculous amount. You pay taxes at the end of the year. They take taxes out of your paycheck. Then you go to the store, they tax you. You go get gas, they tax you. This shit is a complete fucking oppression. So people are getting sick of it. So now sedition is coming. People are enticing one another to go out. Now they're saying, "Oh, we got to come out to these protests with guns," and we don't tell none of you listeners and believers to go out there at all, let alone bring out what the fuck are you. Why are you out there? First of all, we know this is supposed to happen. Why the fuck are you gonna go protest with them or even be around that? But that's all right because there's a lot of idiots out there that's gonna lead the sheep to the slaughter. It says youth-led protests, Gen Z. Yeah, a lot of these Gen Zers are a bunch of bug outs that smoke vape. They vape all day, smoking that bullshit Chinese product, and they're just completely bugged out. Gen Z movements against corruption, inequality, and unresponsive governments were prominent in Nepal, Indonesia, Kenya, Morocco, Peru, and the Philippines. So this is happening globally, as we read in Second Ezra 9, uproars of the people in the world. This ain't just America. This whole fucking world is crumbling. But America's the chief city, right, of Edom. Major flashpoints, Palestine. Okay, whatever. Triggers corruption. Yeah, who's at the top of the corruption? Amalek, the small hatters, the big nose small hat nigga. Corruption, economic struggles, inflation, joblessness. Yeah, job. The unemployment rate is rising. Inflation is rising. It says anti-democratic overreach and specific policy grievances like taxes or social media bans fueled the unrest. Yeah, that's what they tell you. So I asked it. Let me just hit forward because they're probably going to change it. So I asked the same thing. I told you to think deeper because it didn't mention America whatsoever for some reason, as if uproars aren't happening here. So it says, again, I asked it the same thing again, but I just told it to think deeper. As of January 2026, global monitoring, so they're monitoring the globe, shows significant civil unrest and protest activity across scores of nations, which scores 20. Data from late 2025 and early 2026 indicate that over 67 countries experienced significant anti-government protests in the past years. That's the uproars of the people. So that's how we know the Lord has begun to visit the earth, which he has made. Below are the key countries and regions currently experiencing major uproars or classified as high risk for 2026. Of course, Iran, which we know Mossad and the CIA is behind all that, which we'll see what Trump's going to do. Hey, let's see. It says massive nationwide protests erupted in early 2026, January, with reports of over 2,500 people killed and more than 18,000 detained during a shoot to kill crackdown by security forces. Bangladesh, okay, France, Europe's been going through these uproars and protests. What else did I? Uproars, civil unrest, or protests, which is all one and the same, right? Large scale protests involving 195,000 people occurred recently in a response to proposed public spending cuts. Farmer, and that's why Paul Tahar did the video recently. Macron, the president, and his lover, his Mo lover, they went into hiding. Farmers have also taken to the streets in large numbers. I remember this ain't nothing new, bro. They was driving the fucking tractors, the farm tractors on the streets not too long ago. People not paying attention to what's going on. Where else? Greece, significant protests by farmers. Why? Because they're losing out. These farmers are losing out because of all these things that are taking place. Europe is that bottomless pit. They need support from outside countries. And then since the tariffs and Russia ain't not helping them more, it's not looking too good for Europe. And now that Trump talking that big boastful shit, as Daniel said, the book of Daniel said that he was more stout than his fellows. They not doing too well, man. They not. Venezuela, of course, the country faces ongoing social unrest. But why? Right? And then here it is. Eventually, it admits the United States, USA, America, protest activity has intensified, with the average monthly protest size rising from 172,000 in late 2024 to 696,000. That's over half a million. By late 2025, demonstrations against migration policies have been seen a dramatic increase with ICE and the National Guard doing what they do. But hey, what is this leading towards? This is leading to complete civil unrest, complete civil war. All right, they even made a movie to tell you that what was coming, called Civil War. Isaiah 19. That's what Isaiah 19 and in verse 2 it says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, aka Americans, against each other, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. And we seen it. I'm not gonna play no videos because you should already know what's going on. You should have already seen it. This is biblical prophecy unfolding. It says, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Bro, this is all out uproar, chaos in the streets of America. And that's why we always say, stay away from that shit. You ain't got no business being around them people protesting. No justice, no peace. Fuck their justice and fuck their peace. When they shall seek peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. These people are crying out for peace and safety. But guess what's about to come? Sudden destruction. So what the fuck? We got no fellowship with these people. All right, it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. This place is failing. All the philosophies, all the BS rhetoric that has been propagated, it's all failing. Nobody got the answers except for us. I was talking with a guy earlier today. This motherfucker is clueless of what's going on in the world, and most people don't want to know. They don't want to know because they know it's going to bring their mood down. Oh, why you giving me this negative news and why you being so negative? All right, just wait till they one of these martial law troops, aka ICE or National Guard, kicks your door down because they believe that you're not a legal citizen. And wait till this chip comes. Wait till it starts being enforced. The digital IDs. The bro, this world is about to change very soon, sooner than you think. It says, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to their idols. Yeah, all these gods that these people think they believe in, it's all gonna fail them. Into the charmers, into them that have familiar spirits, into the wizard, even from the top on down, man, from the elite that are doing this witchcraft, all the way down to the fucking losers out here shopping at Walmart. All that shit's gonna fail. It says, verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. That's Donald J. Trump. He's the cruel Lord. Let's see what the other trans. Well, let me finish it. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord. Yahweh Shem Shabbos. Let's see what his other translations say. Because come on, man. Donald Trump don't give a fuck what you people think. He doing what he got to do. He not only kidnapped a president of Venezuela with using weaponry that was allegedly banned, right, from warfare. They don't give a fuck. Trump don't give a damn what you people think. Now MAGA supporters, that's not what I voted for. Oh well. NLT, I will hand Egypt, aka America, over to a hard, cruel master. Nero 47, like the apostle said. A fierce king will rule them, says the Lord of heaven's Lord of heaven's armies. See what else. AMP, and I will hand over the Egyptians. Yeah, you've been handed over. You are nothing more than a fucking number. That's really, they don't give a shit about you. That's why they running, these agents are running through the streets, beating your ass, shooting you in the face with tear gas or any kind of projectile. Nigga just went blind, and they just dragged him up the street like a rabid dog. See, you people that have been scoffing and mocking, you about to learn that the hard way. What we've been telling you. You didn't want to take heed to it. Now you're gonna learn the hard way, and that goes not just for scoffers, but every Egyptian out here, right? Um, and the mighty king will rule over them, declares the Lord Yahweh Shemashah of hosts. See what the BBE says. And I will give the Egyptians into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a hard king will be their ruler. That's all. Pretty much the same thing. So let's go back. So we see it's risen in just 500,000 in 1 year, right? Which is probably even more now. Countries at high risk for unrest in 2026. Several organizations have identified nations where civil unrest is expected to escalate, remain critical throughout. So this is why I brought out Second Ezra chapter 9, the uproars of the people. This is happening globally. Asia, Nepal, which is right there on the border of India, right? Where Mount Everest is at. So you got Nepal, elections in March. Pakistan, remember Pakistan, India was going back and forth, but they have these nations not only going to war with other nations, they have war amongst themselves, just like America, right? Indonesia, Myanmar, and the Philippines, Africa, Ethiopia, Angola, Central Africa Republic, Republic of Congo, Nigeria. Wait, didn't Trump just bomb them niggas? Yes, he did. He bombed 7 countries in the last year. Latin America, which I don't know why they keep saying Latin America. What the fuck is Latin America? You mean South America, Central America, Latin America? The fuck is Latin America? Show me that on the map. Mexico. Oh, you mean where the Latins are? There's no such thing as Latins. First of all, Latin is a language that the Romans spoke. It says Mexico, Peru, Brazil, and Ecuador, following prison massacres and gang violence. Europe, Germany, Spain, Italy, and the UK are ranked as high risk due to political polarization and economic pressure. See, so this whole system worldwide is crashing because they're about to bring in the new system. They're about to flip the switch to bring in the new digital system. So this is all staged, really. They're gonna bring in the new system, so ultimately they can bring in the hour of temptation. This is all planned. This ain't just happening. Who owns these countries? Remember who was it? What is it? One of the Rothschilds, or maybe it was one of the Rockefellers. Either way, it was one of them devils. He said it doesn't matter who runs the country. It's who gives them the money. Roughly paraphrasing, you know. And they have central banks everywhere. Contrary to popular belief. This information has been scrubbed from the internet, though, a lot of it. Global trends and statistics. Active protests. There are currently 33 active major anti-government protests worldwide as of the most recent updates. Global volume over 126 significant anti-government protests occurred in the 12 months leading into 20. So last year was a shit storm for this whole world, bro. And it's only going to get worse. We're only, what, 14 days into 2026? And you see how that started. Primary drivers, economic hardship. People are hurt worldwide. Okay? You have to understand this. And that's why, let's see here. Uh, Go back to second Exodus 15. Let's see here. Yeah, in verse 19, and man shall have no pity. This is chiefly America, but this is happening worldwide. You have to understand this is not just America thing. America is going to be the face of great judgment, but this is happening worldwide. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So why are people going to start lacking bread? Because it's economic hardship. It's getting tough out here, right? You think you got it rough here in America? Shit. There's people that they lucky if they get a bowl of rice. It says government corruption. Come on, man. This whole administration is a goddamn corrupt mafia type. They moving like the mafia. Really? They don't care about the constitution. They don't care what the judicial the because you got three branches: the government, legislative, um executive, and judicial. Trump don't give a fuck about the other branches. He doing what he got. He doing what he wants. It says anti-democratic overreach remain the three main triggers for global unrest. Demographics. Many current movements are Gen Z led. Yeah, these GMO babies, they're just bugging out. They smoking too many e-pens or the vapes. You know, so they're fucking zombies. They'll just show up to a rally they have nothing to do with, and just go to Walmart, get some highlighters, and make a sign like it's a science project, and just go stand out there and start throwing shit, and they just marching. Yeah, these people are bugged out. Gen Z, it should say Gen Zombie. That's what Gen Z is. They're a bunch of zombies. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't even know what they're protesting most of the time. They just want to be part of something because they're a bunch of losers, antisocial retards. They don't know what the fuck is going on. It says driven by young people. Honestly, if you're not in the truth and you was born post 2001 after the towers dropped, you are a complete bug out. Lest you be in this truth. Let the Lord have mercy on you. Most of these people that's in their 20s and under, complete morons. You can't even have a conversation with these people. But that's why these are the same people getting shot in the face, marching in the streets for God knows what reason, because they don't even know what the fuck they're out there for. But again, that's just the spirit of the Lord, uproars of the people. It says Gen Z led, driven by young people using the internet to organize against perceived systematic inequality. Yeah, and anybody, an agent could get on there, start a forum or Reddit, or make a post, and then you got all these people. It gets shared, and now there's a bunch of people out there looking stupid. And again, these are, remember, the internet was originally for the military, so you don't think they're going to use it against you people? Come on, man. The CIA has been running psyops on for decades at this point. Let's see, these monthly updates analyze. Okay, so yeah, so that was it on that specific thing. But things are about to get worse, man. A lot worse. Esau's coming down with his great wrath. Revelation chapter 12. He knows he has but a short time, so he's going to keep pushing. He's going to keep pushing the limits to see how far he can take it. Because a lot of these people that go out there and protest are a bunch of bitches. They're not going to do shit. Or they're going to throw a tear gas can back. But now you have People are stepping up, some people, and saying we got to come with the Thule to these protests. So we'll see what's going to happen from this, but it's only downhill for Babylon the Great and the rest of this earth, man. But just know that the Lord is going to protect His elect. Okay, we have no dealings with these protests. None of that. We don't give a damn about them people out there. If they die, they die. We'll end it off on this: the time of the end. And at that time shall Michael, which is the archangel of war, right? Shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble. We read in Jeremiah 30, Jacob's trouble. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Yeah, so things are going to get a lot. Things are going to escalate because they need excuses to bring in the enforcement, order out of chaos. Everything that you see playing out globally, geopolitically, it's all ultimately to lead to the new world order. The image of the beast is speaking. All right, the prophecies is speaking. This is all coordinated on all sides, really. All right, via the bankers. All right, this bank, which ultimately goes above them, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So that's why we're confident in what we're saying. It says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Yeah, the book of life. The majority of our people are gonna die, or they're gonna be caught out there in them stupid ass protests. Because remember, this is nothing new. Remember the Black Lives Mattered and all these fucking psyops. It's nothing new. But now Esau's got the green light to go out there and blows people's brains out. Thanks to your boy DJ Trump, that cruel Lord. So hey, just sit back and watch the show unfold and stay prayed up. Trust in Yahweh Bashim because things is about to get worse. It's gonna get very interesting for us. But just remember the Lord is gonna protect his servants. All right, we're gonna eat while people are starving. We're gonna have abundance, and the heathen shall envy us and not be able to do nothing. But that comes with trusting in the Lord, fearing the Lord, and waiting patiently for him, man. Just watch how the Lord's gonna work, man, and trust in it. Because we have the time at the end. All right. Things are gonna get a lot worse. So with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying. Gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who rule well, and salutation and much love to the elect of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.